Yes, today we are going through, as usual, every topic that we've been through the whole week, and mm, where someone needs help, this person can help. It's general and general questions. What we've been talking about. General, general questions. General questions of mental health. What you talked about. General queries and how we can deal with. Yes, we are talking about general issues that can affect a person. You see, we have dealt with so many issues concerning the body and yes, Peter, nauliza before uende si tuorganize ile pale kwa nani eh, anafunganga saa ngapi? Or organize before uende twende home. Yes, some things you need to take care of them before dawn comes. Okay, now we are talking about general issues concerning mental health and everything that we've gone through. We have gone this week. Since we started this, we have gone through several questions, several issues, and some people have been so surprised with how mental health is a very big topic and how mental health comes out and affects even the body. And some things that generally we have been talking about as diseases are brought about by mental health. You see, now it is a very big honor when someone has has some knowledge about mental health, so that when some things happen, you know how to handle them. Generally, you see, from where we started talking about the brain, and we talked about some issues like we talked about uh, how the brain works in relation to the nervous system. You see, mental health is brain body communication. Hmm? We talked about disorders like depression, anxiety, alter brain chemistry, the neurotransmitters that we are talking about, those things that we help us to communicate to the body, they are called neurotransmitters. They help your brain to assist your body work. Hmm? You see, there are some things that the brain does, even mentally, that affect your body directly. You see, now we have issues like cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system is issues concerning the heart. We talked about the brain and hypertension. How you saw there was a topic we talked about the brain and hypertension came in. You see, there's a place we talked about the brain, and the nervous system came in. Mm? We saw things like dizziness, we saw things like poor concentration, memory issues. You see, all are related to mental health. We went through all this, and today it's a recap. I want us to talk about everything that you think mental health affects your body and functionality. There are some things we overrule when we see them happening and we think it's normal. Some things are not normal. They are brought by what we are undergoing. What we are undergoing. And they predispose us to to diseases. Diseases that us ourselves can avoid by not getting a lot of pressure. You know, sometimes when you think about the brain, I started by saying the brain is the central performing unit of the body, CPU, central processing unit of the body. How does it come up to be the central processing unit? Because it determines everything. If you look at the nervous system, the heart, the cardiovascular system, blood and the heart. That is where we talk about the cardiovascular system. And you look about endocrine system, hormones, how hormones work. That is where we talk about the endocrine system. When you look like immunity system, eh, how your immunity is suppressed, how your immunity can work, all are related to the brain and your mental health. Digestive system, your stomach, anxiety with appetite changes, nausea, constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, all of this, if you go and relate them, you will find that all of these issues are either one way related to the mental health, musculoskeletal system, muscle tightness, spasms, chronic pain, reduced in physical activity, backaches, fatigue, joint pains. You see, all these things are related to 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 mental health. Sorry, someone is calling me. Let me just text and tell this person that I'm online to stop texting until I finish. Now we continue and we see sleep. We talked about sleep disorders and energy. Hmm? Sleep disorders and energy. Oh, these are things that we talked about and are are affecting us. You see, we cannot avoid talking about them. There are so many people that are affected by these issues directly, and at times we may avoid talking about them. Yes, hello, ulinunua, hello, hello, yes, ulinunua dawa. Mpe sahii niko nafanya kitu na sahii bado tulikuwa tumeongea kuja kuniona kesho. Sawa sawa, acha nimalize yenye nafanya alafu nitakupigia tuongee. Okay. Now, you see, these are issues, sorry about that. These are issues that we need to talk about. And also, okay, sorry. Yeah, we continue. These are issues that we really need to talk about and discuss as a whole, because there are some things when you talk and you don't discuss, you will find that the the, the the functionality of some people who are productive has gone bad. Mental health is a big discussion, and we really need to talk about it and discuss about it. And I've seen people that have uh, yes, we are just talking, relating issues that we undergo, and the topics that we have talked about, how they are related. I've said, you can find someone has gone to school, performed very well, has a good job. This person is a doctorate degree, a master's holder, but this person ends up to be a drunk. And then you start judging this person, that this person is a drunk, he cannot perform, he cannot do work well, he is not a good person. You see, if you've been following the topics that we have gone through, if you've been following slowly by slowly, you will find that even hate hate is a very bad thing. But you see, hate is a mental issue that is supposed to be taken seriously. Because you see, what is hate? If a person is hating someone else because of ABCD, do you take it personal, or do you take it like something that just happened? No, it's not just something that just happened. It is something that you should look upon and see there is a problem somewhere. Someone may ask you, if someone has gone to school, has a doctorate, but is an alcoholic, what is the problem with this person? You see, chronic stress and pressure may result into the brain functionality to reduce. Chronic stress and pressure. And then when you grow and you reach somewhere that your colleagues are not, and you have the same level of education, someone may start having the same thing like hate, and sometimes avoidance. We talked about avoidance somewhere, complication. A person wants to be alone. Hmm? Sometimes undergoes so much pressure, and then this person starts to be, you start calling this person a narcissist. You see, sometimes these things that we have been talking about, like narcissism, hmm, an introvert, an introvert is a complication, because maybe in previously this person had a problem that made her or him to withdraw from the social. There are sometimes even relatives have problems. Yeah, when you grow up with relatives, and maybe your sister or your brother or someone else has children, but they are not well financially, and then they are seeing that this is our relative but cannot help. The children are the ones who carry the burden, not even the parents, because as they go without food and their relative is shining, driving good cars and staying good, the children always ask themselves, why can't auntie or uncle help us, or brother-in-law or someone help us? You as a parent will not know the stress that this child is carrying. This child may not tell you, Daddy, why can't we talk to auntie or uncle to help us? But it is in her. So when this child grows up, this child will withdraw from supporting. There are two ways. This child can withdraw from supporting other people because this is an experience in childhood. You understand? So when this child is undergoing with low serotonin, brain neurotransmitters that are being released, the brain is coping up with dealing with these issues, contrary to someone else who grew without anything. And then you find that this person is very generous because you have seen those politicians, you have seen those people that they are givers. They are, they walk around, if they find a person has a problem, they give. This is mental health. Find out about their storyline from the beginning when this person was a child. You will see a very big storyline. Now, we were just talking about a story of a person who is a PhD holder and a master's holder, gone to school, but he's a drunk. What do you think is the problem with this person? You see, you might find that this person has gone to school for long hours, invested in education, but long hours of poor work life and balance causes this person with low pay to be a drunk. In the world right now, it needs a lot of mental health encouragement and talks because you see, we are living in a world of online. Sometimes back when we were growing up in the 90s, we were not accessing, we were going to the cybers to access internet, only to send mails. But nowadays we have the mails on phone. Our children are going to phones to see one-on-one scenes that has happened. Hmm? Your child who is a 13 or 14 or 16-year-old has a phone, looking at her age mate, his age mate buying a car, where this child is 21-year-old. He has never stepped in a bus, walks down without shoes. Do you think this child will have a good mental health? You see, there are some things that when we talk about mental health, there are things that we relate to one on one. It is life. Now that media has come, what do we have to do to our children who are up country, to our children who are in some financial status that are not standard, they are high above the normal status? We need to talk to our children because they are the ones who carry everything. There was a time where when we were told that we need to study hard, we need to study hard. There was a president in Kenya called Moi. He usually told us masomo ni nguzo ya jamii. Yani if you go to school, you will have a good life. Look at what is happening currently. Most people that have not gone to school are employing people that have gone to school. So as we talk to our children about education, careers, and finances, we should know how to talk to our children. We should know how to tell our children, this is what happens. You will go to school, but you need to be practical. You need to do A, B, C, D so that your life can come up well. It is very frustrating when someone has master's degree, this bachelor's degree, he has some papers, but this person is not earning. Frustrations come in. A good person who has a family with a wife, with daughters, you may see frustrations and divorces coming in because this person, other people that are in the age or the same level of this person, will start doing what? Laughing at the person instead of help. You get it? Sometimes it's good to help a brother, not to see a brother die or frustrated. Sometimes frustrations are not good because they make a person become so down. die faster. Because now, if your serotonin, I've always talked about serotonin and dopamine in the brain every time. When this one comes down because of frustrations, what starts to happen? You start to deteriorate physically, because now the things that we have talked about here, like the nervous system breaks down, because now you get depression and anxiety and altered brain chemistry. You get the dopamine and serotonin imbalance. You start getting sleep, mood, energy, and cognitive problems. Hmm? Overreactive and sympathetic nervous system keep the body. You see, hmm? Sometimes you will ask, why is this person having dizziness always? Poor concentration and memory issues. It's because the brain is multitasking and is thinking about very many things. Heart diseases, high blood pressure, because your brain is doing compensatory mechanism. Compensatory mechanism is where you are using a lot of energy and your brain needs oxygen, and your heart is pumping so hard. So what happens? You get high blood pressure, increased heart rate. That one is called tachycardia. You get increased heart rate because now you have been through frustrations. Hmm? Let's talk about it. Do we really, in our society, be the people that we really wanna be? Like, these diseases can be avoided because there are two ways. There are people in the society that wanted to be where they are and they are there. There are people in the society that wanted to be where they are, but they are not there. They are still struggling to be there. And there is that person who is okay where he is or she is. Hmm? Because now I was born somewhere up country. I always wanted to be a farmer. I do my job well. I get my harvest. I sell some. I pay my children school fees. I have something to eat. I don't drive a car because that is not my passion. So I'm okay. You get it? And there is this person who wanted to be a professor. He has struggled in life to get ABCD. He has struggled in life to get whatever he wants. He has struggled in life to get everything that he can get, but is not even getting even a penny. That is where now mental issues starts to come in. Hmm? You see, it is very important to look through ourselves to avoid diseases like cardiovascular diseases, endocrine system. This is how mental health affects our body. The blood sugar levels. There are some people when they have eh, mental health issues, they are in depression, they are undergoing a stressing thing. For those that we have talked about mood disorders. You get it? For those things that we have talked about, like mood disorders, we really need to check what is happening in someone's life that this person has mood disorder. Hmm? Have you ever asked yourself what is hate? Hate. What is hate? Hmm? Why do people compete? Why? Why do people compete, bringing up all these things that we call hate? Yeah? Hate is simply intense emotion of dislike and hostility. You see, when you hate a person, there is something called increased stress and anxiety. You start having stress. You yourself, you start having stress because you are irritated by the other person. You start getting into depression. Hmm? You are obsessed of something and paranoid thinking. You see, hmm? Aggression and violence. This is a mental health disorder because of some things. Mood disorders, you understand. You cannot change someone who hates someone, but you can advise someone to start behaving in a better way, because all of us were not born in the same way. We all have our own fate. Hmm? Because if now you had you have a mansion, and I live in a two-bedroom house which is mud house, and I'm okay, and I live there happily with my family. What is the problem? What is the magnitude of intensive hate that is between these two people? But you see, there are some things that come in that brings hate, because you will see that a person who has a lot maybe would like to oppress the person who doesn't have. Hmm? Now, we have talked about so many things in mental health, and we are still talking about them, because, like, when you have stress, you will get mental stress increase hormone called cortisol. Hmm? The endocrine system, the blood sugar levels will go up, the thyroid function will not work, and sex hormones will go down. And as usual, sex hormones are happy hormones. When you have elevated sex hormone, you are always happy, and they are always released when when you are physically doing that. Hmm? We should talk about how to energize our brain to be okay. You see, there are some things we sit down and we look at a person, and then we think this person is obsessed with something that we cannot handle. No, we need to check ourselves first before you start hating on someone. There are some people that are impulse talkers. They will just release what they think is right, but when they go and sit down, they they start to realize they have done wrong. Hmm? Everybody was brought to this world with a brain, although the IQ of the brain does not match to everyone. We don't have 100% IQ. So it is good when you see someone doing something or undergoing something, you find out so that you can help. In this matter called hate, we have therapists that can help. These things that you see people fighting every day and wanting to have everything by himself, these things are brought by some conditions in you that you cannot avoid. Hmm? We talked on a topic some times ago, and that topic we were talking about a person who loves to take everything without consent. Hmm? You will go to the videos and you will learn. You are just taking. So you go and vote for a politician who has money, but this politician has this problem. What will happen? This politician will take public funds. So you'll be wondering, why are these people not satisfied? It is because they have the problem and they need a therapist. We have seen so many, most of the topic that we have been talking about here, most of the topic we have been talking about, therapy is the key. Therapy is the key, because this is mental health. We have not started doing medicals. When I start medicals, we will start medicals one by one. So if you are listening and you have a question, we have not finished about mental health. It's a very big topic. You ask. Hmm? Mindfulness and relaxation techniques. If you feel someone is better than you, ask yourself why. Try and ask and have good techniques of communication that will make you at least start a journey to be better than that person, or to be where that person is. Sometimes forgiveness and empathy training is very important. We talked about empathy, and I know some people know. If you are new to this channel, please, you will look upon the other videos, you will see empathy was a topic by its own. Journaling and self reflection. Look at yourself. Hmm? Which means can you be better for the future than the previous? Nowadays, in whatever that is happening in this world, it's very funny. We are getting generations that are undergoing trauma because of things that happen from the other generation. Let me say things that happened that when me personally I was young, because that is the generation that now are parents. Mm? Because some traumatizing events were were, were going on those days, or good events were going on those days, and they have been overtaken by the generations up to now. Mm? We used to grow up wanting to be musicians, big musicians, to live a good life with having mansions, doing all those things. But you see, our role models of that time were not living a perfect life. There are things that these people were doing that were not okay. Like, you'll find that most of them were drunks, they were taking drugs. Some of them were into the so-called LGBTQ. But as we grew up, the generation that we are in adapted. And now we are trying to come out of it, and it is painful because our children are looking at us and seeing what is happening, and even the parents themselves, they are confused. You see, you should reflect and see, look at your child, look at what you really want your child, or the young person. A child is not just that child of yours. A child is that young person that is like your children age, even of the other family. Hmm? You cannot sit down and look at the other neighbor's child doing a wrong thing and you keep quiet. That is where we are right now. Sometimes when we are out there and you see a child of a neighbor has done something wrong that the parent doesn't know, sometimes we keep quiet, thinking that we are doing the best because you don't want to involve yourself in matters that does not concern you. Not knowing that child will be a friend to your child, and toxicity may spread. It is very important to help, even if I usually say they'll call you bad. Saying the correct thing is very important. Defending yourself with the correct issues is very important. Because even that person who dislikes you because of saying the truth knows inside him or herself that this person is speaking the truth. As he sprouts out of all the words and says A, B, C, D, he knows that this person is speaking the truth. And you see, this is where mental health comes in. Hmm? How we carry ourselves. If things are not working out uh, in this direction, what other means can we? What other means can we go through these issues so that we can get help? Hmm. I wanted to start today with a topic, but I will not do it today. It's a Friday. I'll program it to Monday. Get it? This is mental situation, mental health, self-help. Self-help is very important. Hmm? Sometimes we sit down and think like suddenly someone started having an bone problem. Person is having problems with the bones, musculoskeletal. 60. This one is brought by mental tension causing muscle spasms and chronic pain. You see, we went through here uh, sexual dysfunction and gender dysphoria. What is, and we looked about gender dysphoria. We talked about what is gender dysphoria. You remember? Hmm? Gender dysphoria is like you were born a man, but you want to associate yourself being a woman. You see, childhood traumas will come up to be associated with these problems. Hmm? Depression brings a lot of sexual disorders because of lack of performance. Hmm? Complications associated with chronic disorders like HIV. There are some children that are born HIV positive. Don't judge these children. They grow up while taking these medications and they are okay. You see, in marriage, some people stay in marriage and one of the partner is undergoing stress related issues, ending up as a chronic alcoholic and sometimes having multiple partners because of childhood traumas. Then this person brings HIV to the family. What happens? Because this person is an adult but is undergoing some traumas that has led this person to bring a chronic thing to them. Don't judge the woman, don't judge the man. It is because the right thing was not done. Hmm? Cognitive therapy. And then you start to stigmatize this person. It is not okay to stigmatize a person. Shortcuts in life. Shortcut in life has made our generation to lose life. I've had so many young and good, talented young men losing their lives because of shortcuts in life. Money laundering, getting into acts that are not good so that you can gain more money faster. And you know, there are some people out there, they have already done it, they have the money, older women and men, they have the money, and they want to use our generation to make clean money. Hmm? A 23-year-old who is being used by a 67 to 70-year-old to do money laundering in the name of a girlfriend. Someone may say you're talking like that because maybe you are not there. I'm satisfied by what I have, but you see, mental health starts there. Mental health starts from you yourself. Mental health starts from a perspective of what you are looking at. It is a high time that we start training our children that life is step by step. Hmm? Life is not aggressiveness and wanting to drive big cars and building mansions. One, those people that are doing so, they started from somewhere. It is a process. Fate took them. They persevered. They were resilient. They went down and came back peacefully. Hmm? Trying to find something to to stand by and step to something to go on. You see, I've just talked about alcohol and substance medication induced disorder. Alcohol. Why do you take alcohol a lot? Why? Why do you want to 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 destroy your body because of addiction of alcohol? Personally, I usually say uh, addiction is a problem. But under addiction, there is something that is pushing this person to still go back to take that thing. One, it may be a hidden agenda by the person to clone or to mask the thing that this person is undergoing. The other thing is maybe This person lacked information. Hmm? Information is very important. Being associated to people that are toxic may make you to not to have good information, ending up to not to have a good life. Resilience. Train yourself to avoid unnecessary things. Hmm? Steps in in good mental health. Hmm? Steps in good mental health. You have tried your best and you have failed. You should not give up, because now giving up means you are tired of trying to be where you are. There are some people who have tried and tried and tried there and they have made it. In particular thing that this person wants or wants to be. Hmm? There are 10 steps that if you want to have good mental health, you can you can go through. You should practice self-awareness. Practice self-awareness. Know your emotions, thoughts, and behavior. Reflect regularly. How am I feeling today? Why? Recognize your stressors. You get it? Recognize what is stressing you. Recognize what is stressing you. Hmm? Self-awareness. Recognize what is stressing you so that you can know how to handle it. When you see, those are things that we talk about. We are just in step one of mental health assessment personally. Hmm? How do you take and know that this is my stress? Hmm? Self awareness. It is the first step when you want good mental health. Say you know your emotion. It's a conscious knowledge of your own thoughts, feelings, behavior, and motivation. Self awareness. It's a foundation for emotional intelligence, mental health, personal growth, and self control. You see, internal self awareness. There are two main types: internal self awareness and external self awareness. Understanding your inner world, emotion, thoughts, values, and biases. That is internal self awareness. External self awareness, understanding how other perceives you and how your behavior impacts to them. The first step in mental health. hmm, First step in mental health: internal self awareness and external self awareness. Understand yourself, emotion, thoughts, values, goals, and biasness. You see, and then we have external self awareness, understanding how others perceive you. How do people look at you? And your behaviors, how they impact the other people. How do you behave? Hmm? What am I feeling? Right? What am I feeling right now? Why am I thinking this way? Yeah? If we have just talked about hate, if you ask that person to tell you why am I feeling this way, to ask that question by themselves. Hmm? You want to have a good mental situation. You see, you also have to keep a good journal of yourself, daily experience, emotions, and reaction. Help you recognize of a pattern of times. I feel anxious on Monday. Why? Why did I feel strong today and yesterday I was down? Practice mindfulness and mediation. Practice mindfulness and mediation. Mediation teaches you to focus on the present moment without judgment. Hmm? It trains the brain to notice though without getting lost in them. And you see, this is the first step of good mental health. Yeah? Hmm? Practicing self awareness. We have talked about internal self awareness and external self awareness. You see, practice mindful and mediation. Hmm? Mindful breathing, body scans, guided mediation via apps. There are so many apps nowadays on phones, Headspace, Insider Times, all those. We can use them. Mediation, yourself, how to mediate between what you have. Seek honest feedback. How do I come across you? Do I seem stressed with or withdrawal nowadays? You see, very important. Reflect before reacting. Sometimes before you talk, before reacting to something, reflect first. What impact will it have to the society, to the people around me before I react, before I say a word? You get it? Sometimes there is a word you can say and then it turns around your world forever. Hmm? It is of good importance to identify your core values. Identify your core values. If you are honest, and I've said when someone is having a problem with other people, you will always have trust issues and honesty issues. You see, so it is very important to go through that step in mental health, self-awareness, building strong relationship. It's very important, building strong relationship. But you see, you cannot build strong relationship out of nowhere. Hmm? You cannot build strong relationship out of nowhere. You have to have a ground, whether personal, professional, or social. Relationships are where social beings are. Hmm? Personal, at home, area, family, where you work is essential for emotional well-being, resilience, and success in life determined by building strong relationships. But you should be careful to whoever you are building strong relationship to. Hmm? Please be careful to whoever you are building strong relationship to. As we talk, do you have a personal relationship to someone who helps you to sort issues up? Do you have a personal relationship or strong relationship to the workmates that you have? Do they help you to do something when you are down? Is there any respect? Is there any empathy? Is there consistent communication? Or you're just like an island? No, don't be an island. Have someone that you can trust, someone that you can lean on. You see, people nowadays, when you are down, you are financially down, they will not associate yourself with you. But you see, there's those people, I know they are mentally upright. They will always associate yourself with you because they know you with your capacity, whether you have financial or you are not having anything, you are having something that may help in life. There are so many things. Life does not depend only on finances. Hmm? Identify people that you can build strong relationship, and strong relationship reduces stress and boosts mental health, provides emotional support and encouragement, increases trust, collaboration, and productivity even at work. When you have strong relationship, you work better and productivity comes up very okay. Help in personal growth and self awareness. You get it? Hmm? Steps to build, there are some steps that you need to build this relationship, like be reliable always. You need to be reliable. You need to be honest. The second one, speak the truth. Hmm? Even when it is hard, speak the truth. I've always said, please speak the truth. Even when it is hard to utter it, speak it. Hmm? Be reliable. Do what you say you will do. Sometimes you can call a person to help and then this person does not want to come, but has always already told you that I will help you do it. Hmm? You see, It is not okay not to be reliable. If you don't want to do something, just say I cannot. Be consistent, please. Avoid mood swings and unpredicted behavior. When you have something in your heart, speak it out. Speak it out, say it, even if it is dirty, or tell that the other person on something that is hurting you, because you will avoid mood swings and unpredicted behavior. And respect boundaries, my friend. Personal value. Respect boundaries. Where you are not needed, don't go to corrode there. Don't go to put your nose where you are not needed. Because you are bringing up things that you are not allowed to. Hmm? Communicate openly and honest. Be practical. Avoid blame or sarcasm. Focus on solution, not attacks. Hmm? Focus on solution, not attacks. Practice active listening. Don't just hear. Please understand before you start talking. Avoid blame games. Give, accept constructive feedback. You see, give and accept constructive feedback. Hmm? Show empathy and compassion. Always show empathy and compassion. It's very important. It's very okay to show empathy and compassion. Validate emotions. Don't rush to fix things. Listen and present. Think before you fix things. Hmm? Respect differences. You see, you respect differences. Avoid judgment or superiority. Don't be so superior. Everything you are the one who knows. Be open to different beliefs and lifestyle. Be open to different beliefs and lifestyle. Celebrate diversity in cultural opinion and experiences. Very important. If there is a culture that has good norms, celebrate it. Hmm? Be open to different beliefs and lifestyle. There is a reason why there is a particular belief in some cultures. Don't overrule it. Find out why before you start judging the people. You get it. Spend quality time together with the people you are forming bond with. Hmm? Spend time. Set a respective boundary. Be having a boundary. Say no when overwhelmed. Don't be overwhelmed and you are still is holding on to things that you're not worth to be held on. Needing space and time is very important. Your time is very important. Protecting your values and time. Protect your values. Your values are very important. Manage conflict constructively. You just don't start by pushing conflict, fighting, and doing things that are not okay. Stay calm and focus about an issue, not the person. An issue. Don't look at a conflict as a person. Look at a conflict as an issue. You will deal with that conflict so well. Hmm? This is how legal issues are presented in court and they are worked upon. Hmm? They are constructively put down and looked at as an issue. You get it? When you look at some things as a person, you will not work out those issues well. Hmm? You get sometimes when there is a conflict, you want to be the victorious one. Fight for mutual understanding. Fight for mutual understanding. Understand each other in a good way. Hmm? So that you will be somewhere where there is no conflict after conflict. Hmm? Mutual understanding. Apologize when wrong and forgive when possible. Some people never apologize. Some people never apologize. Even if you tell them do apology, they will. It's because they are having a problem. Forgiveness is a good thing. Just forgive. Hmm? Forgiveness is a good thing. You see, these are the steps of mental health, being with a good health mental. And we are just in the second one. Yes, Carol West, welcome to the platform. Today we are having general question and we are just talking on how to maintain a good mental health. It's a Friday. People I know they are going out, just going through some questions and talking about mental health. Stay physically active. We are at the third step. Hmm? Carol West. Hmm? You see, stay physically active. Now, we have gone to, there are so big topics here. We have started from one, practical self awareness. When you want to have a good mental health, build strong relationships with your family member, friends, and support team. And we are in the third one. Stay physically active. Exercise improves mood, releases endorphins and serotonin. You see, when you have something that it's it is stressing you, when you have something that is stressing you and you are within people, have you ever been around a person who is moody? Something, this person, you've been with this person in the house, even a brother or a sister. This person doesn't want to talk. But when you ask this person a word like, what is bothering you? The next thing this person will start is shouting. Like, who told you I have anything that is bothering me? But you physically, you're seeing there is something that is bothering you. Staying physically active is important. It releases endorphins and serotonin in your brain, and you release, you feel good, you release the tension. If it is in the evening, put on your costume, run a bit, do house chores, get a jembe or we call it a hoe to go to the shamba, dig, do your flowers, endorphins and the serotonin will be released, and whatever that is holding in your chest will come out. Remember, we have said, don't hate. If someone does something, look at that thing as a condition, eh? As a situation. Don't look at it at a person. If you look, hate comes in this way. When a person does something, the person looks at that person as that person. He doesn't look at a situation. Someone has made a lot of money. That is a situation. How did that person make a lot of money? So how can I be at that position? This person has hit my child. How did that person hit my child? Look at it as a situation to avoid conflict. You get it? We are at the third one, stay physically active. You know, when you are stressed and you do some chores, you release endorphins and you start thinking well. Hmm? Here we go to regular movement reduces stress and boosts self-esteem. Very important. We are at the fourth topic. It's for the fourth one, which is eat balanced diet. A very funny topic. We have talked about balanced diet, and people are asking me nowadays, balanced diet, you have to be well financially. No, we don't have. You don't have to be well financially. This is a topic I'm bringing it by its own. To get a good balanced diet with standard financial situation. Mm? You may find that people of countries that plant their maize, do their normal beans from the farm, they dig, and people that get a lot of money and stay in towns and in urban cities, the people up country are doing a very good balanced diet than the others who make a lot of money and can eat whatever they have. That one I will not talk to it so much. It is coming as a topic. And then we talked about get enough sleep. Very important. Very important. That is number 5. Very important. We talked about sleep work disorders. You saw how people sleepwalk. You saw how people uh, they get awkward dreams. Hmm? You saw. It's because whatever you dream is what you've been thinking to do. So when it comes to your dream, it becomes horrific. You see, there is nothing like being haunted in sleep paralysis and sleep disorders like sleepwalking. As a scientist, that one I say no. There are some people who tell me that in Africa we have those people that do juju and the people that go and I don't have any proof of them because people say it works. Me, I don't. I know when you go and sleep, whatever that you've been thinking is what will come to your dream. So if you've one day, if one day you hear your friend saying, I was sleeping and I dreamt of someone wants to kill me and is my neighbor. This is something that this person have always thought of. You get it? And you saw in sleepwalk disorders, the best way to cope to work out this or to treat this is to start and thinking positively. Hmm? Have enough sleep. 7 to 9 hours is very important in your body. Sleep supports emotional regulation and memory. Eh? Sleep. This is a very important topic because at times people, because of how the world is going on, people are overworking themselves. You will get three kind of jobs. The person goes to work here, goes to work there, but this money that this person is finding is not even enough. Why can't you have the bare minimum and try to have rest? Hmm? Because you will not be a millionaire but by overworking yourself. You will not be a millionaire but by working at night the whole night. You get it? For you to be a millionaire or to get more money, you just need to work smart, not overworking. Get enough sleep is vital, physical health, mentally, 100%. Hmm? It improves brain function, emotional regulation, immune system, physical health, mental health, growth and repair. Because when you are sleeping, your body is repairing several issues. And that's why when people are sick, they are put in the wards to have rest and to be monitored. There are some people that when you treat them and they go home, they will not rest, and that is one thing that makes people to be admitted in hospitals, mostly the working generation and the old age, to be monitored and to have rest, to be talked to the people that are supposed to talk to you about mental health. Nowadays, there are some good hospitals that before you are discharged home, you have to go to guiding and counseling so that when you go home, you know how to cope. There are some diseases that makes a person to be admitted for so long. You cannot just come from hospital and be assimilated at home to other people. No. Hmm? It is very important. Yes, Maje, hello, welcome to the topic. We are talking about mental health, how to have a good mental health. Hmm? How? How can you have a good mental health? We are having step 5, good and enough sleep. There is this thing of how to handle your stress effectively. How do you handle your stress effectively? Hmm? How? There is no one. in the world that doesn't have anything that is pressuring him or her. I'm very sure. There are some things that people undergo day and night that if this person tells you I'm undergoing this, you will start crying. And there is a person that if this person tells you I'm undergoing this, you will feel it's a normal thing. But this person is under a very big mess by himself or herself. You see, how to manage stress effectively. This is how you can manage stress effectively. Very important. Identify the source of your stress. Everyone knows the stress. A person who is an alcoholic knows I'm drinking excessively because of ABCD. I'm covering it. Before you are an addict, before you become an addict, there is something that leads you to do what you are doing. So identify the stressing that you are having. Hmm? Before you start being whatever you are doing, before you start being aggressive, before you start avoiding people, before you start doing some things that are socially unacceptable, there are some things in you that you identify and know this is my stress. Keep a stress journal, record what triggers you every time. Please, that is how to manage your, you start by identify your stress. Separate controllable stressors like time management, very important, uncontrollable and like traffic and others. But you see the personal ones, those ones you know, that the ones that you know, accept you have this stress in your life, accept it first. You see what makes people to undergo some things that they undergo to a specific period where you are addicted or you are doing some things that are illegal is because you don't want to accept first. A person who is doing money laundering, this person didn't want to accept his or her economic situation. A person who is a lady or a man who has gone to the streets as a call girl or a call boy, or I don't want to use bad words here. This person did not want to agree the economic situation. You get it? Although when we say there are some places where you reach and then it is very bad, there are some things you can do rather than going to do some illegal things like stealing to the public. You get as a politician to the table of politicians. You are a first time intake in the political ground. People have chose you. But now what do? You start giving yourself stressors because you are in a table of politicians. You want to have big cars, you want to live like those ones you found there. And remember, those you found there, some people, those ones have problems of stealing. They want to have more. You should be a change by accepting first what you are. If you want to reduce the stress, you identify the stressors, calm down, start to manage it by practicing relaxation techniques. Hmm? Relaxation techniques like yoga, going to the gym, meditation, mindful. Those are things that help us. Exercising regularly to release endorphins, moods. Eh? Natural mood boosters are called endorphin. When you are exercising, when you go to the gym, when you run in the evening, in the morning, you are releasing them. 20-minute walk. Manage time and priorities well. Talk it out. Talk to people what you are suffering from. Family, mentors, and counselors. There are some people that may help you to identify your situation and how to work on it. You see, if you agree that I have this problem, you will start to get away from being stigmatized of having it. So when you step away from being stigmatized by the social environment or the people around you, what do? You start to try yourself proudly to dissociate from that thing that is your stress. Acceptance is first way of stepping to the chronic ladder up to the top. You see, limit digital overload. Digital overload is a problem to everyone. You go to online, you see someone doing very good. This person is doing his marketing skills online very well. This person started like 10 years ago, and you start yours, and you want to climb that ladder and be like that person. Set your limits, start knowing how to progress gradually. Hmm? Avoid scrolling phones every. There are some things that when this one happens to the growing generation, 20s, 21, 23 years, 23-year-old, they want to grow and be like someone who they are seeing a person who has been on the same platform for so long. Please manage your stressors well. Prioritize rest, very important. Hmm? Practice self compassion and positivity. Self compassion, important. Positive affirmations like I'm doing my best in the positive way. Don't do your best in the negative way. Hmm? Don't scam people and then you say, I'm doing my best to make my children eat. Don't do money laundering or do funny things, and you are doing your best to make it in life. Positive affirmations. Gratitude journaling. List three things you are thankful of. What have you ever done? What have you ever done in your life so that you say you are good? Shift your mindset from I can't to I am learning. Don't ever say I can't. Don't. It is not okay for you to say, I cannot do this. No, don't. Learn. Failure is experience for you to do best next time. So when you fail from a business, learn what made you to fail. Step up and grow. Start plan B. Very important. Hmm? At times, hobbies help to remove yourself from some stressors. Sometimes when you have issues that you see these ones I cannot do them myself, uh, professionals can help. Professionals can help. You when managing stressors, there are some main four steps like deep breathing, mediation, and mindfulness. Time management, spending time in nature, very important. Number seven, limit alcohol and avoid drugs. This one I've always talked about and talked about and talked about. There are some things when we come to to mental health. Our goal is not to use drugs, no, to make you feel okay. Our goal in mental health is to limit the use of drugs for depression, or to use some things that may make you sleep, antidepressants and sleep drugs. No, it is you to accept yourself and to start doing things that you know these ones are correct, so that you may have a good mental health. Hmm? And you see substances that we use, these substances are not good because physical health deteriorates, mental health deteriorates, brain function becomes bad. Addictions, because of masking whatever you want to hide, and you say it's an addiction, my friend. Social and legal impact, hmm? Job losses. Yesterday you woke up, you cannot go to work well because you are intoxicated. Broken relationships. Families break because of substances and alcohol. Hmm? You have a partner, you have stayed with this partner for 4 years, 5 years. Instead of telling your partner the truth, you are always going out to find someone who can you can run to. And you end up to another person Who is worse than the partner you have left? The partner you have left at home. Hmm? If you have a relationship and this relationship has gone on for more than 10 years and there is a problem that you can solve, sit down with that person, replenish the relationship by talking out whatever the issues that is there. It is very important, mostly when the children are involved. You've stayed with this person for so long. No one forced you to be with this person, unless it is our grandfathers and our parents, whereby they were taken forcefully and married to someone. But nowadays, we have the liberty of choosing whoever you want to be and sire children with. Why can't you sit down with this partner? Tell this partner, I don't like the way you are doing this. I don't like your shape, but we can go to the gym so that you can tone up. Some things are not body shaming. This is between you two. But you see, when you are the way you communicate to your partner can come out like body shaming. Like, look at how you are. Others are good with good figures, and you are just here. You can't even go to the gym. No. Mode of communication. Talk to your partner in a respective way. Tell your partner, I feel we should hit the gym so that we can turn up. You are the best thing that ever happened to my life. You see, it is for our help. Instead of you hitting the road, going to run up and down in clubs with some ladies, young ladies, or someone else who is not your partner. You get it? Mental health. I say, I usually say there are some communities that polygamy is okay. I don't judge them. If they are polygamous and they are staying in a house very happy, a man with three wives, the wives are relating well, they are doing everything, they have a memorandum of understanding, that is their life. It is their community and practice. Let them smile because of polygamy. You get it? But you are a man, you are bringing in another woman forcefully, you don't have a memorandum and understanding, that is not correct. That is very wrong. We should be having respect in whatever things we are doing in relationship. Brothers and sisters, know how we relate. Know how we talk to each other. View things as situations, not the person. If you view things as situations, hate will not come in. You get it? Here, in drugs and alcohol abuse and substances, most of the time the people that I have met, they are hiding something behind whatever they are doing, like taking a lot of alcohol. Before you be addicted to a substance, there is something that you have always hidden behind alcohol or that drug that you are taking, so that you ended up to be addicted. So before you be addicted to that substance, why can't you come out, be the strong person? Because when you are carried away by drugs and alcohol, you are a weak person. Take alcohol when you are celebrating, or it is a social drink. I don't drink personally, but I tell people this is a social drink. Don't drink daily. Wait until you are celebrating occasionally or doing some things with your guys or your women. Take one or two, it is okay. But when it comes to you are taking it daily, your finances are deteriorating, your health is deteriorating, you cannot manage your family well, you go to clubs every day and then you cannot go to work tomorrow. You will never tell me that you will sleep to a club or drink alcohol even in your house up to 6 in the morning, and you wash yourself up and you go to work and you are okay the same day. No, it will never be. Hmm? Guys, please tell me if you think it is a contrary to what you think. Let's discuss. This is a platform of discussion. We are going through issues concerning mental health. If there is a Friday, if there is a topic that you didn't understand, bring it out. We will see to how to come. Please hit the like button, like it. Let's talk. Spread this message out. Share to the people. Let's grow together. Hmm? At times when I look at a person who hates me, sometimes I see a situation. I see a situation of a person who doesn't understand steps in life. A person who is not able to compose him or herself to come and tell me, I feel A, B, C, D. How can I do this and this? Because when you hate that person, what are you hiding inside? Why can't you go and face a person? Because hate is a mental issue. Why can't you go and face that person? Tell this person, I did not like A, B, C, D. This is a situation. How can we do it as X, Z, Y, M? Hmm? Then you live with happily, doing your things, continuing instead of uttering and saying, you see, it is a mental status of hate that brings mental depression, and then it ends up to be legal issues. You get it? We are going to, for this is the seventh step of mental health and issues on how to have a good mental health. Seek help when needed. There are some people that will find that these people, they are undergoing a lot of stress, but they don't want to seek help when needed. You have taken a lot of loans, you are struggling. You hide yourself because you don't want to be got by the people that you owe money. You don't want to get yourself from by your friends who you are living well. Hmm? What is the problem of saying, I have this problem, how can I be assisted? Adjusting, adjusting to life. Hmm? Adjusting to life. How can you adjust to life so that you can be helped? Have you ever had a problem and then you are like, who can I speak to? Men have this problem, and this is why men die early. They think they are everything. They cannot speak even in the families. And when you look at someone, he's always withdrawn, thinking deeply, comes home in the evening, this person does not talk to you. If when you ask this person something, he'll tell you all is okay, I'm working on well, I'm working on something. Cortisol hormones are raising, my friend. Every evening you go home with depression and you don't want to talk to the people, or you are home, cortisol hormone is raising. The steroids are going up. You wonder why many people nowadays have got prostate cancers because of course cortisol hormones raise us. Hmm? Very important. Talking out, helping. Even if one person will not help you, the next one will not help you. Someone will help you. Someone out there will listen to you and you will be helped. Don't die when you are having something that you can be helped. You why seeking help matters. This is why. Why do we seek help? Why does it matter? Fear of judgment or stigma. You know, when you seek help, some people think they'll be stigmatized and they'll be judged wrong. Hmm? Like believe they must be strong, don't give up. You when you tell someone be strong, don't give up, tell this person you can do ABCD. I know of 1 2 3 person, or I know of this solution that help this person, let's try it. Hmm? Believe of being strong. You believe you want to be strong, don't give up. Hey, not knowing where to turn. You have tried your best, everything is not working, and you are alone now. You don't know where to run, nowhere to turn. Yeah? This is not bad. You're telling someone this is not bad. and that person at that juncture is so bad, in a bad situation, please help a sister, a brother. Tell this person this is can help. I know a person. Wherever you cannot help, be straight. Tell this person I cannot help, but I can refer you, or I can tell you to go and talk to someone else. Hmm? You see, seeking help when needed. Hmm? But when do you need to seek help? There are some people always seek help. Every a little thing that they can handle by themselves, they are all over. I want help, I want help, I want help. That is not good. But in mental health, where to seek help, where can we seek help? Hmm? Constant sadness, anxiety or fear, trouble in eating or sleeping, loss of interest and motivation. You see, these are things that we talk about. Loss of interest and motivation to go on with life, feeling overwhelmed and hopelessness. But you know, when someone is hopelessness, you will always look at situations and you will see this person is hopelessness, is hopeless in life. This is where you come in. Mood swings and suicidal thoughts, harmful thoughts. Get a doctor, psychologist, a counselor, psychiatrist, addiction specialist. When it is alcohol and drug, the substance abuse, therapy is very important. Hmm? Group therapies. You have seen so many people going to the group therapies and they say it helps. Yeah? But don't go to group therapies that are toxic. No, group therapies that are positive. How to process your trauma. Very important. Understanding emotions. When person is undergoing something and you're seeing this person doesn't want to stay near people, don't judge this person. Think slowly, be a friend to that person. Hmm? Speak to that person. You will find out there is something that is going on. Yeah? Try to help this person by coping skills and moving on. Hmm? You see, there are so many support groups like alcohol, narcotics, grief supports. You understand? Mental health forums like the one that we have here. Here you can meet some people here that have stressors and they came out resilient and they are good now. Hmm? If you are speaking to me, I know you have some people out there that undergo so many things. Please don't leave these people to die by themselves with their stressors, especially people that have small children, women that are single parents. Don't leave these single parent women alone. They go to find work, they get some managers that are men and they want to use them. Times you will find a person wants to cry. You can cry. A single parent of two children, three children, one child, struggling to fend for the child, and then he's going to find work, and you submit your papers. A manager wants to have sexual interest in you. You have your own stressors. You are financially down. That manager should be mentally having a problem. Someone should talk to that manager. Sometimes look at situations as situations. Don't look at some situations because this person did not give you favors. You want to fire this person. Sounds cruel. Sounds cruel. And you know that sometimes we are spiritual beings and God who is in heaven listens. What comes around goes around. Do things by good faith. Don't force things where they are not needed. You get it? Talk to trusted people. Talk to trusted people when it comes to this, how to ask for help. Recognize your need for help. Identify who to approach. Don't approach everyone because there are some people may not help you. Identify who to to help. Hmm? To ask for help. Identify. Hmm? Be honest and specific. I need help. I undergo this problem. Hmm? I've been feeling overwhelmed lately. I think I need to talk to someone. You see, hmm? Take the first action. Book an appointment to people that can help you. Follow up. Do commit yourself to follow ups. Yeah? You know, seeking help has benefits. When you talk to people, you release some issues. Hmm? Your mental health status starts to recover. Physical health starts to recover. Emotional growth, attachment to some people, very important. Life functioning, you start having life functioning. Because when you start to talk out, you start to accept your problem, and at times you start to grow. Counselors out there, make use of them. Although nowadays counselors are so expensive, psychologists and support groups. To go to a support group, you have to be registered. That's why we have these online platforms that we recognize a counselor or a psychologist who is in our line that will not help you for money but will lead you to a good. Not everything is money. No, some things don't say that God will reward you. Just do. Just do by a good will. Just do. Hmm? Number nine, we go to number nine. Engage in meaningful activities. Engage in meaningful activities. There are some times when you are stressed up, someone starts to engage in activities that are not good. You have seen we call them Gen Zs, the young fellas who are getting into hustling environment. Ladies, when they are not getting work, they join other ladies that go to parties, go to road trips because they don't have something to do. So what are they doing? They are trying to find something that they can do to please themselves and make money. The situation that we are undergoing right now in the current world needs parents to help other people and needs sisters and brothers to help other people. Hmm? You see, someone may ask, what is meaningful activity? What is a meaningful activity? Align yourself and values and interests. What interest do you have in life? My interest is to have a good family. My interest is to persevere and run a company. And then now you meet some people that are friends. These friends, I'm talking to the young generation now, they have lovers that like drinking, going for road trips, smoking marijuana, and you see they are good because they love each other while they are doing that. You yourself, you want a family, a good life in future, then you get there, my friend, you are swelling in illusions. Those are illusions because a relationship that was formed under toxic measures cannot grow well. Let me tell you the truth, because it will go for some time and there will be some issues and it will break up. Meaningful and aligning yourself to interests that you know they lead you to somewhere. Don't look at illusions. Don't look at illusion. Look at your interest. What is your interest? We are about to finish. We are about to finish. We are going to the last 10 one. So be patient. If you have a question, let's talk. Let's listen on how to have good mental health. Challenge or inspire you, the things that challenge you. We all have been somewhere in life. We have tried our best but failed. What can we do to raise up? What can we do to come up and do some things in a professional matter? Hmm? If you started with someone and that someone has made it, don't hate that person. Look at that person as a situation. How did that situation occur that this person is at that place and you are at this place? Gain the experience and do things better. You get it? Hmm? It's very okay, and I'm still repeating, when you are looking at things as situations rather than a person. The health issues and struggling issues, and those issues that come out when you want to 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 fight with someone, or you want to show that someone that you are ahead, you can do better than. Competition. Competition comes in when you are looking at a person as a person and not a situation. If you are competing, let it be good competition. Good competition whereby this one is trying this way, let me try this way. No hard feelings. Meaningful activities provide a sense of achievement, connection, or fulfillment. Why meaningful activities matter? Why meaningful activities matter? Boosts mood and motivation, builds identity and self-esteem, improves focus and flows, enhances social connection, very important, and promotes routine. You can get this thing on online journal by everywhere. Nowadays, there thing you can get everything online. Hmm? Spiritual and reflective purposes, physical activities, social activities. Let's go to number 10. What is the 10th step in having good mental health? Hmm? You see, these are things that we talk about. You realize that good mental health is not only having a lot of money. You can have them, but you're undergoing a lot of issues. Hmm? So the last one is practicing gratitude and positivity. Hmm? Practicing gratitude and positivity as we close the day. Practicing gratitude and positivity means intentional focusing on the good in life. You see, good in life, focusing on your interests and not the ones we've called illusions. You want to go here, you want to go here, you want to drink alcohol, you want to do this because you want to please someone and you have your interest. Even during tough times, you are focusing on the positivity. It's not about ignoring reality, but training your mind to notice and appreciate the positive. Even if you are old, you are young, you are which age, that is the turning point of everything. The transition period. Hmm? I usually tell people there are some people that we move by step. You are blessed. You got your interest when you were after school. I struggled to get my interest after years, like 10 years after school. 20 years after school, I've built my business empire, but I've struggled. We have all reached our interest, our optimum level. We are enjoying. So there is no problem. Let's enjoy. Avoid other stressors. Hmm? Listen to this. Let me read this. Practicing gratitude and positivity means intentional focusing on good in your life, even during tough times. It is not about ignoring reality, but about training your mind to notice and appreciate the positivity. You train your mind, which leads to greater emotion, resilience, happiness. You know, resilience is you slide a bit, you bounce back, you try again. Happiness, and better mental and physical health. Why gratitude and positive matter? Improves mood, reduces your stress and anxiety, enhances relationship, boosts resilience, improves sleep and health. Very important. What is gratitude? Someone is asking that. What is gratitude? Is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the good in life, big or small. You get a big thing, you are good. You get a small thing, you are good. You try, you get low profit, it's okay, it's okay. Something is coming in. It could be a loving friend and a family member. You see, there are some family members that are blessing to your life. There are some family members or friends that are blessings in your life. Be grateful to these people. Enjoy that meal you have gotten today with gratitude. Hmm? You have a lesson that you have learned when you fail. Be grateful because next time you will not make the same mistake. The growth that you have, be grateful about it. Where you are, be grateful where you are because you never know about tomorrow. Hmm? And what is positivity? Someone may ask, positive thinking, positive emotions. Positive thinking is seeing possibilities. You don't look always think negative. When the negative come, deal with it, slide a bit, be resilient. Positive emotions like joy, love. Be proud of your children. Be proud of your brother. The performing of your brother, be proud of it. Positive outlook, believe, be proud of them. You see, why to practice gratitude? Hmm? The last step in good mental health. Why do we practice gratitude? Hmm? Because we want to have a good mental health. We want to have a social life that is positive in your life, in our lives. You see that? Now, there are some ways we can practice gratitude by writing down journals. You start. There were a time that we had a book, a small notebook that we always wrote our daily to day issues that has happened. Those things that helped a lot. You can train your children to have these notebooks. I don't know if nowadays people do them, but they were so important because they usually had records of every day so that one day when you make it, you'll know the steps in life that you've been through. Hmm? The journals. Express gratitude to others. Tell someone thank you. Write a gratitude letter or a message. It helps. Appreciate. Appreciate the little thing that you get. Hmm? Gratitude reflection. Ask yourself, ask yourself, what what is that good thing that I've done? Hmm? What made me smile today? Very important. Yeah? Avoid negative thoughts. Replace negative thoughts with good thoughts. Don't say you are a failure. Say I'm learning. Hmm? Don't say everything I'm doing is going on wrong. No, it is hard. No, say this is hard, but I'm getting through it every day. Fail, try. It's a process. Say failure is part of going through. Very important. Save your small joys. Celebrate them. Celebrate progress. Surround yourself with positivity. How to stay grateful during tough times. Positive friends. Thankful for the little you've got. Remember the past challenges that you've overcome and you've made them in life. Hmm? Very important. Yeah. You see, we have gone through 10 steps on you, and we are going up to 2 hours now, and we're still not dug into them. Hmm? Please don't just listen to this alone. Share this message to a friend so that a friend can be helped. We have gone through the 10 steps. Let me outline them as I finish. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Let's exchange notes. The first step was practice self-awareness. The second step was build a strong relationship. The third step was stay physically active, eat a balanced diet, get enough sleep. That is the fifth step. Manage stress effectively. Hmm? We have talked about it. Limit alcohol and drug and substance abuse. When you are stressed, we have talked about it. Seek help when needed. Engage in meaningful activities. Practice gratitude and positivity. Myself, if I fail, I never give up. I usually do my best to get where I am because I know maybe I'm not that 100%, but I usually want to be where I want. I avoid illusions, I discipline myself, and I do the best for what I want to be. Even you, where you are, maybe you can do your best in your own way. Avoid illusions. Don't fail and say that you have failed. Try and hit hard. Come back and try it on your way. Thank you so much. If there is no any question, I think we are going over 2 hours right now. Uh, Tomorrow is on Sunday. We might have a chat, but the topics will resume on Monday. If you have a question, I'm about to go away right now. We have gone through the 10 steps, and it's good that we have learned. Yeah, today I've talked like a pastor in the church. No, it is mental health. Wanting someone to have a good mental health, someone who is suffering and we can help mentally, a person who we want to avoid to get into depression. Let's talk to these people. Hmm? Let's talk to these people. Wherever you are, always be blessed. Whoever is seeing, hmm, whoever is listening to this magic, Caroli West, or all that have been on platform, and those that are getting in and will listen to this message, please share, subscribe. Let's talk and relate. Good day. We'll meet tomorrow or on Monday. Be blessed.